Welcome to the world of ham radio. Today, I would like to tell the importance of ham radio with the episode of ham radio team of Andhra Pradesh participating in the biggest disaster, that is Gujarat earthquake. Many people still thinks or it is a misconception even in some of the official echelons also. They think with the advent of technology, we are having all types of communication system, internet, cell communication, and all other things. Then what is the necessary of going for a technology which is considered to be the old technology, that is ham radio? This question was put forward even in Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy of Administration, which was situated in Mussoorie, Uttaranchal. When I went to as a faculty member for providing training to all the IAS and IPS, all India level officers, one question was arised. They were directly asked me this question: what is the necessity of going for this old technology when already new technology is available with us? Then I take some time to answer them in a proper manner. A cyclonic storm like the one which inflicted in Orissa and caused enormous loss, and one earthquake that caused and inflicted enormous human loss and as well as property losses. Thousands of people have lost their precious life, and at about 4 lakhs houses have been damaged. A cyclonic storm with the magnitude of 7.6 on Richter scale, which rocked Kutch district of Gujarat, it caused enormous loss. The nearest station, that is to the epicenter, which was somewhere else, that is Bus Air Force Station. The Bus area was badly damaged. 95% of houses have been damaged. Many schools, colleges, even hospitals are also collapsed with the intensity of the earthquake. District hospital situated in Bus collapsed and resulting in loss of 190 people in the hospital. Patients, doctors, and even visitors are also have lost. This earthquake was occurred around 8:45 a.m. in the early morning. With the impact of this earthquake, at about 15 to 20 people in Pakistan also lost their life. It was caused extensive damage to the Gujarat. Many areas like Anjar, Bachau, Bus, Gandhidham, Ahmedabad have badly affected, and at that time ham radio operators of Andhra Pradesh plunged into the action, and their services have proved quite useful to the people and as well as to the officials. In fact, in 2001, 26th of January, we were busily engaged in a demonstration sensitizing college students in ham radio. About 10 of our ham radio operators, friends, they have participated in that. We were providing live demonstration by showing walkie-talkies and HF communication link to the students, and also some of the faculty members are also involved in Vijayawada that was conducted near Machavaram, nearby Yelloru Road. Students were very much impressed when the demonstrations were seriously going on. Many students are showing interest on this activity. The HF communication was also open. Suddenly, we have received a message from Hyderabad, AP Secretariat, from our ham radio control room, directing us to immediately report to Hyderabad Secretariat. And they have elaborately given all the information. Government of Andhra Pradesh have taken a decision to depute ham radio operators and police communication experts to the Gujarat state to help the administration in dealing with the relief and rescue operations. At that time, the then Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu, he was in some foreign tour. Immediately, knowing about this earthquake, he has instructed the state government officials to dispatching ham radio teams and communication experts of police. Generally, for any calamity like this type of severity, administration will get all the support, sufficient amount of food, medicines, doctors, and transport facility. Everything was provided. All the states in our country, they have came forwarded to help the Gujarat, sending their teams and liberally giving financial assistance to the state. Even foreign aid was also started coming. Many countries reacted positively, and they started sending many materials like blankets to safeguarding the victims in the cool conditions, like medicines, food, and other material was also sent by many countries. It was like an international disaster. And as part of the assistance from Andhra Pradesh, Chandrababu Naidu Garu have took a very important, intelligent decision for deputing ham radio operators. Everything was available, even the firewood that is required to conduct the final rites of the dead bodies also received plenty. But the only one thing that was not available, that is none other than communication. To coordinate all these things, relief and rescue operations, the efficient communication is needed. that was lacking. Without communication, one cannot do any sort of disaster management activity in a proactive manner. Then, thinking these things in his mind, the Andhra Pradesh government have decided to send ham radio operators. On the part of this decision, I have been asked to report to Hyderabad, and immediately one of my friend, Mr. Ramakrishna, BU3 NYD is old call sign. Now the new call sign is India Delta Foxtrot IDF. The new call sign recently, the general call sign received, that is VU2 IDF. He came forward and expressed his willingness to take part in the Gujarat earthquake, knowingly very well, braving all the odds, whatever difficulties that may come in the way while proceeding to Gujarat. He expressed he is ready to bear all the difficulties. I was also felt very happy, and in the process, Ramakrishna Garu, VO2 IDF also joined with me, and both of us started to Gujarat. The first difficulty that we have faced in the bus stand, Vijayawada bus stand, even though that we are proceeding to take part in the national level disaster, very important role that we are going to play, providing communication, that is. Then we have been given some identification in those days by the state government, signed by the relief commissioner, explaining that we belongs to so and so, and our service are being utilized for the purpose of emergency communication. So I took that card and shown to the officials of Vijayawada RTC. In turn, they have understood the situation, helped us in providing the accommodation in a bus which was ready to move to Hyderabad, and thus we have comfortably completed our journey to reach Hyderabad. After reaching Hyderabad, some press people were already available, and then we have briefed them about our mission. Radio operators, about 15 people spanning from all Andhra Pradesh. Apart from this, we are also having police communication proceeding to Gujarat to take part in the earthquake relief operations in order to pass the messages quickly one place to another, strengthening the disaster relief and disaster operations. The press conference was held in Hyderabad Secretariat, in which A.V.S. Reddy Garu, the Principal Secretary of Relief, also joined, and then he also briefed from the government how the Andhra Pradesh government is sending the communication people and providing financial assistance at about 5 crore rupees were sent through demand draft. All these things were briefed to the press that was published on the print lines. Those time the print media was only there. Electronic media was not developed like this. And then they have provided me a special official letter addressing to the Begumpet airport officials, endorsing us to be lifted by a special aircraft that was arranged by Turkmenistan. It was Turkmenistan was the country part of USSR, and they have positively responded. They have sent their aircraft to take part in the disaster. They were passing to Gujarat, particularly to Bhuj, via Hyderabad. And that facility was utilized by state government. The ham radio operators and police officials and food material, all the other wherewithal was sent through that special transport aircraft. That was a very big aircraft. We reached airport around 9 p.m. in the night. All the formalities have been completed. We are, each and every ham is carrying high frequency equipment, very high frequency base stations, walkie talkies, antennas, cables, all the required materials that we are carrying, keeping all the problems that we are going to face in the earthquake affected area. So somehow we managed to carry all our equipments, reached to the terminal point. A Russian aircraft was made available to carry us. The air crew was all Russians. It was a bit difficult to communicate them. Somehow we have managed to communicate. After entering into the aircraft, along with the ham operators and police officials and the state government representative also there, he was carrying 5 crore rupees in the form of a bank DD. We are all boarded the aeroplane. At last, finally, after technical parameters, finally, it was started. Higher officials were deputed to dispatch the material along with the ham radio operators and police communication people to Gujarat, since it is a very important mission from Andhra Pradesh as far as the Gujarat earthquake is concerned. So finally, at night 1 a.m., the aircraft were started and it lifted off. It took almost 2 hours after flying. It reached Bhuj Air Force Station. Due to the earthquake, Bhuj Air Force Station was also somewhat disturbed and damaged. There was no power. Signaling system was not there. We reached almost night 3 a.m. in the morning. Signaling lights were not there in the airport. The officials on the ground, they have shown the signals by firing some oil drums. Somehow, air crew, they understood the signals properly. They landed very safely. The huge aircraft was at last reached 3 a.m. in the early morning. After reaching, one thing we have observed, that is the temperature difference. Normally, January 26th, there was not much cool conditions prevailed in Vijayawada. We were thinking situation it will be like this as like in Vijayawada. But after reaching Bhuj, we understood that was entire scenario was changed. That was very, very cool. Even we were afraid of coming out from the airplane. We were buying time, clinching to the seats itself to take some more time, because we are afraid of going outside on the runway. By seeing the cool conditions, everywhere it was snow conditions, cool smoke was engulfed. So, air crew members explained us they have to leave us along with all the material. They have to dump it and they have to further proceed to next destination. In the meanwhile, airport officials, they have sent some persons. They were communicating in Hindi, and the air crew members of Russian, they were unable to understand. Immediately we have intervened, and then we acted like translators in between. They told us we have to wait till morning. The morning, some officials of Bus collector's office, they will come us and they will tell us where to put up our communication network. But we have to spend that time. So they told like that. So after dumping all the equipment, material, food packets, blankets, and each and everything, the aircraft was flew off to the further destination. And the official, the representative, state government representative, told us whatever material you require, food material or blankets, particularly to safeguarding ourselves in the cold conditions, they are carrying hundreds of blankets, 4 trucks of material that was kept in the aeroplane. So plenty of blankets were there from APCO. The in charge official told us to take required 1 or 2 blankets. It is in whatever is necessary, and food material, biscuits, breads, and water packets were also there. They told us to take the required material. After reaching there, nobody will provide. The conditions were so severe, so bad. After taking the required material, we spend some more time there only, and at last, of keeping our luggage there itself, I moved to outside, and I was looking for some help because to carry all the equipment, transceivers, power supplies, cables, antennas, and food material, and our personal luggage, it is very, very difficult for us to take all the equipment. So we would like to have some assistance. I went to a little bit outside, and of course, that is also in the campus of runway itself, Air Force Station. So there was some trucks standing there with some military personnel operating. I went there, explained them. One military personnel consented to my request and followed me, and both of us, we entered into the runway and took all the material in the truck, and after loading all the material, we started our journey. Suddenly, very big transport aircraft came very near to us, and then I don't know, the pilot wanted to land, but after seeing our vehicle is moving straight on the runway. The driver is not having any idea. I'm also not having an idea. We are straight away running our vehicle on the runway itself. The very big transport plane came very near to runway, and immediately they have taken a go round, and immediately some message was gone. I suppose I feel like that. So next moment, air police have approached us. They explained us not to go on the runway itself. We have to take a route, a bypass road, that we have to go on that route only. So they have explained the driver alternative route to carry our luggage. So that was also one experience. So otherwise, if that was not the case, it was lead to a very biggest air crash, and we can imagine what will happen. So luckily we have escaped from that biggest air disaster somehow, and reached rest point We kept all our luggage. Officials of Air Force Station, they are kind enough, provided some food material also in the early morning. I was started my operation searching for some suitable bamboo. I'm carrying all the threads, the required material, so as to erect the antenna. Everything is ready, but power is also not there. Initially, I myself and Mr. Ramakrishna were searching for suitable straight bamboos. Some bamboos were lying on the compound, airport itself. I have collected one suitable bamboo and requested the officials, took the permission from the Air Force officials that we are going to utilize as an antenna, explained them the necessity of carrying that bamboo. After taking that bamboo, we installed our antenna. Now everything is ready. Antenna is ready and we have opened our FT757GX with the FP757 HD power supply and self-made dipole antenna that was erected in a proper manner. Everything is ready, but power supply was not there. The total power was disrupted due to the earthquake. As I already mentioned, 95% of households were damaged due to the earthquake, in particularly Bush, which is very nearer to the epicenter of earthquake. So I was searching how to get the power. There were many vehicles, cars and jeeps used by the Air Force officials. I requested one of the military official to bring the vehicle very nearer to our antenna system so that we can take the supply from the jeep battery that can be utilized for activating our ham radio system. And we have started our communication. We have given a general call first time, and second also given. I was also having one equipment, self-made RM96 equipment, which is capable of working in 14 megacycles. I have kept it on 14160 megahertz in my house. Since my wife, my XYL, is also a ham radio operator having a valid license VU3 RDL, I told her to keep the rig on always 24/7 so that whenever she wants, she can enter into the frequency by pressing PTT and he can talk to me directly. Since he is authorized to do so, I wanted to utilize the facility. The 14 megacycles of RM96, 15 watts power, really it has worked wonderful at the time. And when I was giving a CQ call, suddenly I got the reply from my house on the other side. I explained my XYL about whereabouts of myself and all the people and furnished all the information. Luckily, the signals were also coming from Vijayawada, from homemade equipment very clearly with a 5 and 9 signal. The equipment working, my equipment in Bush and as well as the equipment Vijayawada, homemade equipment, self-made by me, that is also working. That cleared all the worries, because since we are very happy, we're able to keep communication to our people, then we'll feel happy, no worry at all. So that is the prime thing of having a license, this license. And then I was giving information to other stations are also like AP Secretariat, even New Delhi, also ham radio network was formed, and informed to them also about our presence in Bush. After some time, the Dadan Prime Minister of our country, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, was about to reach by a special aircraft. And one thing I wanted to mention, we happens to see Narendra Modi Garu also at that time in the Bush airport. We had a chance to see Narendra Modi Garu also in the Bush airport. Kesubhai Patel was the Chief Minister of Gujarat, and he belongs to Congress government. Narendra Modi Garu was Gujarat BJP party leader. He is also taking part in the disaster management activities. So we never thought the same person is going to lead our country so efficiently. We are very, very happy now having seen him in the airport working for the earthquake. So we were passing all the vital information to all the stations. The station one was established in Delhi, Hyderabad, and my hometown Vijayawada, and all other places, coordinating the relief and rescue operation. We started our operation from there itself, and then later we waited more time, but nobody was came forwarded because the state machinery was paralyzed. They never experienced such kind of disaster in which almost more than 20,000 people have lost. That night, we stayed there in the Bush airport itself. See, there is no place, everybody is equipped with the sufficient number of blankets. Blankets are everywhere there. Foreign aid is coming. US people are sending blankets. Russian people's airplane loads, ship loads of material is constantly pouring in. A whole runway was filled with all the relief material. There is no dearth of material. So we have took every person at least are having 2 to 3 blankets to safeguard from the cool conditions. We had a communication with all the people and explained about the situation, and we were keeping contact with the other ham stations are also there. The district administration, they have not guided us anything because the disaster was so magnitude with the impact of the losses in which around 20,000 people were lost, more than that. So district administration was unable to deal with the situation because they never experienced such kind of massive disaster. The officials are also to cope up with the disaster, to how to start and how to deploy, how to distribute the food and other material which is pouring in internationally. And I myself, along with Prasad Garu, VU2 ICC, and Ramakrishna Garu, VU2 IDF, we searched a suitable place in Buza because all the Pakka buildings were damaged, and it is also not good. It is also not advisable to set up a station in any concrete building. They may collapse any time the subsequent tremors that are likely to follow. So, we have set up a station in a cycle stand. In the collector's camp office, there was a very big cycle stand, a lengthy cycle stand. We thought that is the only one place is suitable for establishing ham radio, and we can also take rest there itself. And that is the only secular place without having any fear of earthquakes. So we have put up a station there, and then ICC wanted to operate that station. After I came to know one thing, even the collector's office also damaged later. Collector Garu, he taken away that is the place suitable for run the administration from the cycle stand. The bush collector was himself. So I myself along with Ramakrishna Garu, we approached the state administration for their guidance, for their directions. So at that time, one leader who served as a deputy chief minister, he was available in the administrative office. He was, at that time, he was not in any power, but he was helping the administration in dealing with relief and rescue operations. I myself introduced to him and explained about, I told them that we are carrying a communication equipment, a high frequency, very powerful communication, would like to have the direction where to install and where to work and where how to start. Then he listened us very carefully and provided one vehicle along with the two drivers with sufficient fuel, directed us to proceed to Gandhidham. We reached Gandhidham comfortably on that vehicle, and on that night we comfortably stayed, because staying in any concrete building is not advisable due to the following tremors, earthquake tremors. So we comfortably stayed on the vehicle itself. After our formalities, we approached the Gandhidham railway police station. That was the very near to railway station, and there the power supply was also there. Power was running, because since it is connected to railway station, they are getting the power from the railway station using their generators, and they are kind enough for providing a suitable place for setting up the ham station. There we found a very big antenna also with a ladder attached to it. With the help of ladder, we climbed on the top of the antenna tower, and then we have installed high frequency equipment. From there, we have started our communication continuously almost for 13 days. So everything was okay. Power was there, communication is there, but where to get the food? All the hotels and the restaurants were damaged. We found very difficult to get food, and there we approached some Arya Samaja people. They were kind enough. Even police department are also kind enough. They have supplied with some chapatis, but because we are the South Indian people, not preferring the chapatis, were very, very strong, a little bit uncomfortable. So we were searching, the Arya Samaja people were there. They were kind enough to supply food, sufficient food, and almost that was suitable to us South India people. Food, and along with the curries, hot meals, they arranged comfortably. As long as we stayed there, they were kind enough to provide all these things for 13 days. After completion of our work, we have been relieved from our operation. We established a station ourselves in Gandhidham, and bus nearby collector's office was run by Mr. Prasad V to ICC, and Bachao was operated by V to CHS Srinivas Garu, and Anjar stations were operated by V to VNO Venugopal Garu, and V to HVR and V to USA and all others were operated from Gandhinagar, and V to PHR was also operated someplace. Like this, all the places were taken over by all the 15 radio operators, apart from the police department. After completion of work, Prasad, he requested the officials for providing a transport facility to reach Gandhi Nagar. After collecting all the hams from different places, he came all the way from Bus to Gandhidham. From there, we boarded the bus comfortably. All the 15 people are collected like this. There we have watched, we have seen the devastation, how it was caused, the devastation. And then in the process, we have reached by undertaking around 370 kilometers from Gandhi Dham to Gandhi Nagar by road, reached in the evening. We have been provided some guest house facility in the state guest house in Gandhi Nagar. Comfortably, everybody was taken rest. In the afternoon, we had a chance to meet Chief Minister of Gujarat, Kesubhai Patel. We have taken a group photo along with Kesubhai Patel. All the hams were very, very happy. Officials have received and they praised our services. Even the Chief Minister, Kesubhai Patel, had a talk with Dadan, Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Chandrababu Naidu Garu, and expressed his gratitude and thanks for sending ham radio operators who have done a wonderful services. And police communication, they have also provided wonderful communication. And in turn, Gujarat government, they have provided 2 buses, 15 radio operators and 15 police communication officials. Total 30 people are there. But to carry these 30 people, 2 buses of Gujarat RTC buses have been provided for us. That means all the 15 radio operators we have occupied 1 bus comfortably at the rate of 2 seats for 1 operator. Comfortably we have laid and taken rest, sufficient rest, and at the same time another bus was arranged for the police department by the state government. With the initiative of Andhra Pradesh state government, they have done all these arrangements. At the time, Ahmedabad collector was a Telugu person. He has took all the initiative. They have provided all these things. 2 buses, fully conditioned buses with 2 drivers for each vehicle. And police department, they have arranged VHF connectivity to both buses. We are having contact communication link 1 bus to another bus while we are moving. Started a lengthy journey. In fact, from Hyderabad by air, it took us only 2 hours. But by bus, it has took almost 2 days journey. But I don't know. It's all those days, road conditions may be lengthy journey. But we were comfortable wherever we want. We stopped our vehicle and have some food and water and other facilities and proceeded. Like this, 2 drivers are there. And at last we have reached Hyderabad with all our equipment safely. And police department was also reached. They have went to report to their headquarters. We went to straight away to secretariat. We have reported before the Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister, Dadan Chief Minister, Nara Chandrababu Naidu garu. At the time, A.V.S. Reddy garu was there, Principal Secretary of Relief Department. He has taken initiative to have a group photo along with the Chief Minister. All the hams were very, very happy, and press was also called, and coverage was done. It was with a great satisfaction, and our services were recognized by both the government, that is by Gujarat government, and at the same time Andhra Pradesh government. So we were very, very satisfied by having participated in the very biggest national disaster. So that is the our participation with regard to Gujarat national level disaster. Very, very satisfying service. And with this, I would like to sign off. 73. Bye for now. We will meet with some other episode. Now, till then, 73. Bye.